Hey, it's a special what's happening to all my soldiers over there in Iraq. Everybody right here. What you need to do is be thankful for the life you got, you know what I'm saying?
So I'm coming to you from my kitchen today so that we can sit and have a cup of tea together. And I'm doing that because I think if you really came over to my house, like when I invite you into my world via the internet, we would sit and have a hot cup of tea. So that's what we're going to do. This is decaffeinated chai. Yeah, so it's so good, so good. So I also wanted to tell you about the calculator, the points calculator. Mine is sucky. The buttons stick. It won't turn on. See, look, you press on, and then it finally turns on. And then the buttons stick, and it's not so much a big deal when you're at the house, when I'm at my house, but it is a big deal when I'm in the grocery store. So I don't know about that. And then the other thing I wanted to talk to you about is, so last night I watched The Biggest Loser. Yay, Biggest Loser! And I really love The Biggest Loser. But the problem was this. As you all know, I got the news that I am no longer allowed to run. And while that's no big deal for some people, and it should be no big deal to me as well, I've always run since high school. And my dad was a runner. And, you know, I was no, like, uber, you know, like, fastest time ever, but I would always turn to running as my stress reliever when things were bad, whatever, that's what I would do. And so, let me think. Yeah, my husband and I ran together and we were dating, and we'd run together. It was so nice. And then when we had kids, we'd run races. Our oldest daughter, we'd enroll her in, and our second daughter, we'd push her in the stroller, and we'd all run together. And it was such a nice family activity. And so then I watched the marathon last night, and I was so bummed out because it just kind of hit me at a bad time when I got the news. And so it was really, really, really frustrating to me. And so I was so bummed out. I was like, "Dah! I hate you, Biggest Loser." But so anyway, I emailed my husband and I was like, "Listen, honey, I need support. This is what's going on." And this is what he wrote me. I want to read it to you because it's so sweet. He wrote, if I can find it, he said, "You make way more money than I could ever pay you for a job that requires 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365. If this is your 2-week notice, I ask you to stay until after Christmas so I can find an accurate replacement." Nice. Or so I can persuade you to change your mind. Now for positive feedback in the marathon. Just think of dealing with 3 kids, 3 girls, one who has autism, a huge dog, and an adult husband who sometimes sees so he has ADHD as your own internal marathon. If it wasn't a marathon, our kids would be no stress at all, the dog wouldn't lash out and be perfect, and I would be home every day at 5 p.m. and have a job that doesn't require me to travel. So think of every day as a marathon, as you put in more effort on a daily basis than it would ever take to run a marathon, and your body definitely feels as though you did run a marathon. So you have that going for you as well. I love you. And well, anyway, he wrote more stuff and more stuff before that, but I just had to share that because after he wrote that, I read it. First of all, I teared up because I was like, "Oh, that's the nicest thing." But then I really did start attacking my life like it was my marathon. Like, this is my train. You know, everyone has their own personal issues of what is stressful for them and what's not stressful or whatever. And so I think stress is relative. What would stress me out may not stress out someone else, or what would stress, you know, vice versa. Or I'm not, you know, everyone has their own level of what is stressful. But for me, it is stressful to have my husband gone so much. While I love that he's in the military and we travel and we get to see things and I get to meet new people, it is hard to adjust in those first year and a half where you're trying to meet friends, your kids are trying to meet friends, you're trying to get acclimated, whatever. To have my daughter have autism, and you know, it's just really frustrating. And then when it's the holidays and you just really you know, and for me, when I'm not feeling good and I just really want to relax and rest, and if I go take a hot bath like I did last night, then I'll come down and see that, oh great, then we've got a box of cereal on the floor, and you know, somebody gave the dog a whole jar of peanut butter, and it's like I pay the price if I try to relax. So it really was put things in perspective. Like, I love staying at home with my girls. I love doing what I do, and I love having the ability to do so. So I think that him saying that just changed my outlook on it. I've never been like, oh, I don't like this or whatever, but I was just bummed out by the news the doctor gave me. So it was really nice that he wrote that. So I had to give him his props, because he's like the ace in the hole. Seriously, he's always been like that. Like, he doesn't brag about how great he is or tell you what he can do or show off or anything like that. You don't even know that he's got it in him, and then all of a sudden, when you ask for it, boom, he's there, and you're like, whoa, where is this? Who are you? Are you my husband? I don't know you. Can you come around more often? So, yeah, he's just like, when you think the deck is stacked against you, he comes through in spades. So I had to give him props, because I think that's really important, and he does it from across the ocean. He can give me that support, and I think that's so important. With anyone, but especially a military spouse. That's just amazing. So, let me think. What else is going on? Oh, yeah, I'm going to start Bikram when my neck and back start feeling better. They're almost feeling okay, but it's still very painful. So I'm on medicine. But as soon as I can feel better, I am there. So that's going to also be my new, instead of doing a marathon, I'm just going to focus on that, and I hope that it does well. I think it will. If you guys have any other suggestions of anything that, like, somebody said Zumba, but I can't do that, because, anything that requires bouncing is bad on my spinal cord, so I can't do that. So let me think. So if you guys have any suggestions, post them below. I think it's swimming and Bikram are the best options for me. Yeah, and I hope you guys are doing fantastic this week. Today, I stayed on point. Yesterday, I stayed on point. So I'm back. I'm tracking, and that's the key for me. I'm drinking water. That's also another key for me. And just, getting more confident and comfortable with what I eat on a daily basis, and knowing about how many points those are, and being able to find them quickly, instead of that first week where I didn't know what anything was, and so it was really hard for me. So I don't know. So yeah. Oh, and also Barefoot Jax gave me a shout out in her last video, and she made a new video. So excited. I watch your videos, you guys. I watch them all, and even if I don't comment, it's just because I'm trying to find somebody else's video real quick. But I watch everybody's videos, and I love seeing new videos from you guys. Love, love, love it. So yeah. Let me think. I'm sorry, I spaced out there for a minute. Hi, Barefoot Jax. Thank you for the shout out. That was very nice. I favorited that video, of course. So anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Keep me posted on how you're doing. If you find any low point yummy snacks, let me know. I've been eating bananas like they're going out of style. So so that's what I've been doing. So anyway, talk to you guys soon.
So live your life. You steady chasing that big car, just live your